meditation, all it is, everybody makes a big mystery out of it. All meditation is enlightening your mind, resting your mind, making yourself blanked out. Okay, if it's enlightened, you're happy. You've discovered and awakened something. Now to concentrate, you need the two. Concentrate is the ability to block out erroneous thoughts. Think about that. You can, when I was sparring with, it was a form of sparring, 11 hands with Master Pearson and Master Boyce, I blanked out erroneous thoughts. Even though while I was talking to you, they blanked out. The thought of getting hit blanked out. So that's concentration. So you take concentration and meditation. Even though these spoons and dishes are behind me, okay? I distance myself from that, okay? You blank out your mind. There are many ways you can concentrate on a mantra, on a waterfall, on nothing. Just blank your mind out like you do for fighting. As soon as you get to the point you raise your hands, that's why the gait is so important. I'm going to give you an energy exercise that has to be a gait exercise today, okay? That'll draw in the cavities for energy, for focusing and fighting. When you raise your hands, it's a physical mental response that you're blanked out because you're going to fight. Or when you're moving, okay? When you're fighting, you think about nothing but the fight. Don't think about anything. The no mind. Your mind reaches enlightenment sitting for meditation, and it reaches enlightenment in a fight, doesn't it? You notice when you were sparring? After the sparring, whether you get hit or not, it felt good. It felt good because you were fighting and you weren't thinking about any bad thoughts. You were concentrating on the fight. In the middle of the fight, when him or she is throwing 2 or 3 punches and it lasts, say, 20 seconds, no one's thinking about anything else but that fight. Agreed? That's a form of enlightenment. Now, if you could capture that by sitting in a position and enlighten your mind, just think how good that would be. That's why you feel so good after a real physical fight, after a semi-sparring match in the school. Okay, make sense? Okay, so we're going to, and it's hard sometimes to blank out the mind because you get a lot of thoughts, money's dues, and problems. Okay, you just have to do it. It's resting that mind. By resting that mind will enable you to bring your energy, to focus it. You bring your finger up. Your mind is the secret that transfers your energy to this point. There's a lot of other ways you can bring your energy up for breathing and bring it up. It takes too long to prime that pump, and then you pump it. I want to be able to bring it up like this. See all the bumps, right? That's bringing it right up to the hand. I bring it right up. Rather than do all the breathing and pump. You mentally will it. So when you strike, you think going through your opponent, you strike with your weight. Now you put your energy into it. That's when you use the fingers. I don't have time to get into the finger strikes. We're going to do a little from here. I'm going to show you to work your hands, okay? Your hands have to be loose. We worked a lot on looseness today, okay? The finger strikes are only important and good when you've developed energy. Okay, I could lie to you. Remember, the truth is important. If you go out and you stick your finger, I mean, I have gone through 2 inches of concrete 2 times with 1 finger. Only 2 times. The second time, this finger was over here because I had gotten a telephone call in between the strike and I did not concentrate myself. I got a telephone call, I put it down and I went over to do it and I thought I could do it because I had just done it a week before. It was all energy. And my finger went through here. And it took a long time to heal. And this finger is stronger now than before. It's like a hook, right? So I went back and did it again, right? But a lot of focus. And the only way it is good to do a finger strike is when your fingers are strong and you use the energy. Your fingers will break, but they are the most deadliest of your techniques because this can poke through the neck, poke through the stomach. If you can go through wood, go through concrete, you can certainly go through skin. Not that I would ever do that, okay? But in the hands, there is naturally energy, because you have cavities, to drain the body. Okay, now if you can harness upon that energy, okay, and think that your fingers have that energy and you strike with that, that can use a Talmo technique, which is a technique which I don't teach, but high-ranking masters, can be a death strike, can be a healing strike. Okay, but your pressure point, this can get in there, into the eyeball, into the ear, into the energy center, where a foot or a fist can't. That's why they're so deadly. Can take an eye out, not that we want to take an eye out. Can get into a temple. Okay, very, very dangerous. The hardest to learn is to the fingers. They fascinate me the most, bringing energy to the fingers. Always did. Took me 25 years, maybe 30 years to do that. I always wanted to do the fingers. Bring my hands to the fingers. Okay, the energy right to the fingers. And it's fascinating. Project your energy. It's easy to get it up to here. It's easy to get it to the palm, bring it to the elbow, even to the legs. You will it. You be truthful with yourself. Don't say, I've got it, I've got it. Just think. Think it over the years and it will come. And will it. Okay? Do the breathing exercise, the posture. And think like thinking positive. Okay, if you think negative, eventually it's going to be a negative technique. You say, I go out and I fight. If I hit somebody with this punch, I know I'm going to break my wrist. You say it 100 times before the fight, I guarantee you break your wrist. If you say, I'm going to hit somebody with this fist, and when I hit him, he's going through that door. Even the professor couldn't save him. Right? That's how you have to think. You're going to hit, and you look at that fist and say, God, I don't want to hurt anybody with this. I've got all this strength and all this energy, and what happens is your mind transfers. You know, I'm talking to you, I'm getting the boost and the energy. You will it, you talk to yourself. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Because your will is the strongest thing that you have, and especially for your energy. I want you to move your hands around like this. Inhale. Exhale on the return. Out to the side. Okay, sit. Sit in any position. Your feet out, whatever's comfortable for you. Straight out, crossed, whatever's comfortable for you. In a chair. Try not to let the back of your head touch anything. Neck straight. Left hand up. I want you to focus on this hand. I'm going to do it on the fingers. Just bring the energy to that hand. I'm going to make you bring the energy to the hand today. I want you to blank out all thoughts. You don't even hear me talk. Put your hand down, leave it just like this. Leave this other hand loose. You're going to bring that energy to that hand. You're going to bring that hand out, elbow slightly bent. Now I want you to cock it back. Open the fingers up so I could put fingers in between them. Lean it back, it's going to hurt, okay? Lean it back where you cock the fingers back. It's got to be like that, that's it. Believe me, you will bring the energy to that hand today. Bring this hand in. Now drop this hand. Do as I do. It's fire breathing. Relax the hand, bring it forward at a 45. It'll start to feel a little numb. Bring this hand over straight, slightly bent. Move it slightly to the left. Inhale, exhale at 9 o'clock. Bring it back about 4 inches until it's in line with this one. Drop it down. Now just do as I do. This right hand is going to come up and assume the same position. Now transfer the energy to the right. Inhale. Don't force it. Be truthful, let it come. Let it come. Squeeze, turn. It's too much energy for me. Hold on. Hold on. I know that most of you are getting the energy. How many? Raise your hand if you felt it. Raise your hand. Be truthful. How many raise your hand if you didn't feel any energy to your palms? Raise your hand. If you felt nothing, raise your hand high. Good. That's good. It's a good group. I felt a lot of energy coming towards me. You were projecting your energy. Believe it or not, you can project energy. You can key off somebody's energy. You can drain from somebody's energy. You can project your energy. As a crowd, you're all putting off a lot of energy. Okay? You might not have felt it. Most of you did. I could feel your energy. Okay? Because you did not think of anything. Your mind was blanked out. Now you're thinking again. I showed you a little exercise. That's a blood palm exercise to develop blood palm. It develops energy to the hand and projects it.